Graigue Ballycallan of Westmeath throws up the coin. Graigue Ballycallan and their captain James Young wins the toss and he elects to play from left to right. Castletown looking to appear in their third final were beaten by Burr in 97 and 99 and of course beat Burr last week in the earlier round. Graigue Ballycallan only their second time to be Kilkenny champions. They won their title in 1998 but were beaten by Portlaoise in the semi-final also here at Dr. Cullen Park by a single point. Castletown, well, they line out with the same team as last weekend, and that sees Paul Cuddy at full back and Cyril, who was an outstanding game last week, at centre half back. David Cuddy, twin brother of Paul, is centre of the field, but will probably play in the half forward line. Phelan O'Sullivan, he moved out there last week and is likely to do so again with his brother John at centre forward, and the main scorer last week was Pat Phelan, the captain and corner forward. Graigue Ballycallan from Kilkenny have county players Dennis Bourne and John Hoyne in the half forward line with Michael Hoyne, his brother, at number 11. Former star Adrian Rowland is at corner forward with Paddy Dwyer and Thomas Crawford shoring up the middle of the defence. Ball is in and the Leinster Hurling Championship semi-final on. Bit of pulling in the first free in fact to Castletown for a bit of holding by the Graigue Ballycallan attack, and Paul Cuddy, the full back, out to take it. Dropping in around the square, a marvellous catch inside, a catch by full back Paddy Dwyer, but he's hook coming out. John Sullivan takes the ball, taken off him, and good play by Eddie Dwyer, but only out as far as Phelan O'Sullivan, playing in the middle of the field. A marvellous interception and cut off by Alan Hine. Back outside to Pat Phelan. Patrick Phelan with the white helmet and number 15, opening the scoring for Castletown. Long puck out from John Lyons. Down to John O'Sullivan, the centre half forward. Sullivan drives the ball inside of Patrick Phelan. Patrick Phelan, the full forward, going forward. He's held. The free in to Castletown. AIB man of the match last Sunday against Burr. David Cuddy will take this free 20 metres out, rises it, strikes it cleanly over the bar. Side of the field towards Michael Butler, scored a goal last week. Butler cuts it back across to Patrick Phelan. Phelan turns and strikes the ball, dropping in onto the chest of goalkeeper Johnny Ronan. And Ronan clears it way out the far side of the field. Sean Hanlon. Phelan O'Sullivan. Down along the wing toward Big Podge Cuddy. The ball goes behind him. Back covering is Alan Hine. Hine tips the ball ahead. Centre half forward John Hine. It's a great puck along the ground. A chance here now. The ball driven in. John Lyons takes it off the line and clears it. A massive puck. Way across the far side. Pulled on by Alan Hine to John Hine. Hine back across the far side to Dennis Byrne. Byrne drills it into his full forward Joe Young. Young wins the ball, going forward, slips to the ground, tries to place the back, over Carrigan. Good defending by Paul Cuddy, and he wins himself a free. Toe puck from Paul Cuddy, comes outside to Michael Hine. Hine drills it back in. Ball dropping in to John Lyons, and Lyons clears the ball under pressure. Back out to about 45 metres out. James Young, the midfielder and captain, looking for the equaliser, but drives it to the left and wide. John Palmer with the sideline cut just under us. It's a great cut from John Palmer. Inside Michael Butler and full back Paddy O'Dwyer, taking no prisoners, back outside to David Cuddy, and David Cuddy grabbing the ball and turning, looking at the post and lashing it just inside it, far upright. Far along on the ground, pulled on by Cyril Cuddy, but straight inside to Tommy Comerford, the centre half back. Left-handed clearance from him. Up towards Joe Young and Paul Cuddy. Cuddy just breaks it out. Back covering Robert Delaney. Away he comes and drives the ball. Johnny Butler's out to it. Bats it down. Pulled on by Owen Dooley for Castletown. Michael Butler this side of the field. One-handed pull, the clash ball, and the last touch coming from James Young. Pull forward Joe Young in some bother again. The second time he's been injured in a few moments, and attention being called for again. Tommy Dermody, wearing number 17, coming in place of Joe Young. Back with play the other end of the field. It's David Cuddy, about 45 metres out. Big well held, tries to get it away one-handed. Owen Dooley, the midfielder, back to David Cuddy, but cut away from him again. Running onto it is John Palmer. Palmer runs into a heavy tackle, brought to the ground. High tackle by Eddie O'Dwyer. David Cuddy will take it, looking for his third score of the game. Castletown lead by 2 points. They now lead by 3. David Cuddy with his third score in succession. Back out in the centre of the field, James Young. Cornerback Sean Hanlon runs into trouble but comes away with the ball. And passed it ahead, but only to the midfielder, James Young again. Young across the far side of the field. Unmarked over there was Tommy Dermody, and Tommy Dermody with his first touch of the ball. Tommy Dermody, the substitute, with his first touch of the ball, driving it between the posts. Castletown on the attack, kicking the ball away at Paddy O'Dwyer. He had no hurl. 3 kicks to give it, eventually out over the 60. The end line will be a 65-metre free to Castletown. $18 minutes gone in this opening half. Castletown lead by 4 points to 2. Free for David Cuddy. Cuddy drives the ball in, dropping in all the way over the bar. Done by John Hine. Hine drills the ball across the far side. Running across is Tommy Dermody in a sub again, looking for his second score out of 2 chances. Still going forward is Tommy Dermody, and passing the ball back outside of Eddie Brennan. Brennan's blocked down. Tremendous block down by Robert Delaney. Cyril Cuddy takes it, but can't clear it. Phelan O'Sullivan is in. Robert Delaney again. That's great play from the wing half-back. The ball on down the far side. Grabbed by the cornerback James Ryle. Great catch, and then his foul coming out. Dropping down this side, David Cuddy, his twin brother, but it's pulled on by Sean. Michael Butler, cleared out by the cornerback James Ryan, out in the centre of the field. Phelan O'Sullivan, Podge Cuddy, inside of John O'Sullivan. Corner forward Richard Kingston, hand pass it back outside of Podge Cuddy again. The elder of the 3 Cuddy brothers, he's blocked down. A little tipple on the ground. Michael Butler, one-handed on the ground again. But it's taken by Johnny Butler, the cornerback, and Johnny Butler cleared it. Tremendous hurling in this Leinster semi-final. On the run is Eddie Brennan for Graigue Ballycallan. Wing away Tommy McCluskey. The shot inside. It's saved inside by John Lyons. Tremendous save, and comes out on the ball and clears it out. Poor clearance after all. It comes out outside to Michael Hine, and Hine drops it in, put it on the left and wide. Great passage of play and a great save by goalkeeper John Lyons. No quarter being asked or given, and a Tommy McCluskey with the ball, but he's blocked down by Phelan O'Sullivan. Great play by O'Sullivan, and the challenge comes in from behind, and a tremendously committed hurling on all sides. Referee Barry Kelly of Westmeath telling them on to cool it down. The crowd getting behind them at Dr. Cullen Park in Carlow. Castletown 5, Graigue Ballycallan 2. John Palmer, good cut from him in heavy grass, down along the sideline. Graigue Ballycallan trying to work it out. Centre half back Tommy Comerford. To midfielder Eddie O'Dwyer. O'Dwyer goes by David Cuddy, gets a shot in. The ball up for Dennis Byrne. Dennis Byrne, the ball cut away from him. Great play by Paul Cuddy, the full back, and he comes away with the ball. Brought to the ground, tries to clear it. It's taken off by Dennis Byrne again, but cutting it away is Sean Hanlon. And Hanlon, a long ball down along the far side. Superb hurling by both sides. Wing half back Alan Hine to midfielder Eddie O'Dwyer. He drills the ball back up again. Paul Cuddy's back covering very near the end line. The ball near the corner flag. Back across the middle. A chance here now surely for Adrian Ronan. Ronan with a shot and Ronan with a point. Down to Dennis Byrne again. 2 points between the sides. Dennis Byrne goes for the score. Jumping across John Lyons, takes it on his chest and dances out past sky blue jerseys and hand passes the ball to Paul Cuddy. Out to the centre of the field. David Cuddy cuts it down along the far side. Richard Kingston will go after it, but Paddy O'Dwyer, the full back, is there first. Tremendously solid full back. He tips it across to Johnny Butler. Johnny Butler under pressure. Hand passes again outside to James Ryle, and Ryle clears the ball up to the middle of the field. Breaking it down in sub Tommy Dermody. Coming in is Podge Cuddy. Centre half forward John Hine. Hine looks for someone to pass it to. Drills it across his side. It's grabbed by John Palmer. He hand passes outside to David Cuddy. Cuddy throws a little dummy and then gets a shot in. Drills it on down, dropping to open space. There is Paddy O'Dwyer, the full back. Richard Kingston trying to close him down. The cornerback James Ryle is in possession, but he steps out over the end line. James Ryle, and the 65-metre free will be to Castletown. 26 minutes gone. David Cuddy with a 65-metre free. Rises it, strikes it. It's curling and curling to the right and wide. Paddy O'Dwyer back covering again. Bursting his way out of the ball. He hand passes it forward to Johnny Butler, and Butler clears it. Up along the far side. Eddie O'Dwyer. Inside towards Dennis Byrne. Dennis Byrne on the run. Paul Cuddy closes it down. A chance here now. A shot. But he puts it over the bar. Michael Hine with over. Surely an open goal. Great movement up the field. The ball coming to Dennis Byrne. He saw Michael Hine inside, unmarked, with only the goalkeeper to beat, but his shot blasted high over the bar. A point between the sides, 5 points to 4. Michael Hine back covering. The ball on down to Johnny Butler. Johnny the corner back. Up towards Adrian Ronan. Paul Cuddy just pushed out of the way. Adrian Ronan wins possession. Tips it across the middle. Certainly using the head, but kicking it away and using the feet was Cyril Cuddy. On down to Phelan O'Sullivan. Grabs the ball and goes off on a run. His Podge Cuddy inside him. Throws a dummy. Still in possession. Strikes the ball in. Goalkeeper Johnny Ronan takes it on his chest and comes out and strikes him. Tremendous hurling. Sean Hanlon. Phelan O'Sullivan goes for the score this time. Again it'll drop short. Again on the chest of the goalkeeper. And the ball cleared out to the far side of the field. Tommy Dermody, the substitute. Strikes on his left hand side. Robert Delaney breaks the ball down. Then pushed away off it. Eddie Brennan, the corner forward. Going forward, he gives it to Michael Hine. Hine with a chance to atone. Goes for the score. John Lyons grabs it inside and clears the ball. Way down the far side. Podge Cuddy breaks it down. One-handed on the ground. There is Eddie O'Dwyer. He whips it up. John Hine down near the end line, down near the corner flag. Robert Delaney faced it. Gets the ball back out to Eddie Brennan. Eddie Brennan now with a chance to equalise. Strikes it high and strikes it to the right and wide. Under the dropping ball. Grabbed by Eddie O'Dwyer. Hand passed it across. Tommy McCluskey. Michael Hine. A long ball up. John Lyons has to come out to it. The ball hops and hops kindly for him. Trying to go by Dennis Byrne. He gets his shot in under pressure. Tremendous first half from the goalkeeper. Of course, David Cuddy. It's going to come down to John Palmer. Whipped off of him by James Young. Cheeky stuff. The ball across for Michael Hine again. Still looking for the equaliser. And this time he's got it. Graigue Ballycallan grabbed the equaliser in the last few seconds of the opening half. Broken down by John O'Sullivan, but taken by Tommy Comerford. Comerford, strong. Centre half back on the run. Kicks the ball away across the far side. Grabbing it in there was corner forward Eddie Brennan looking for the lead. And it's the lead. Eddie Brennan. taking the lead just before half-time. But they're looking for more as Alan Hine gives the ball across the far side. Tommy Dermody, but Dermody out over the sideline. Got a touch, and the sideline ball will be to Graigue Ballycallan. Sideline ball, the far side of the field. Tommy Dermody cuts it low along the ground. Ball hopping back out to John Hine. Hine just chips it up. Blocked down on the far side by Owen Dooley. Gets a shot in again. Inside is Dennis Byrne. Byrne surely brought down. Yes, to the referee inside the square, and it's a semi-penalty. Semi-penalty. 32.5 minutes into the opening half. Dennis Byrne will take it, and he's stepping well back from the ball. Surely going to go for the goal here now. Almost 33 minutes played in the opening half. Dennis Byrne strikes it, but strikes it over the bar. John Lyons pucks it out to the side of the field. Ball broken down. Centre half back Tommy Comerford. Taken by Michael Butler. His pass was too far. And it's grabbed by midfielder Eddie O'Dwyer. Eddie O'Dwyer drills it on in through. Hall Cuddy having a battle with Dennis Byrne now. Cuddy goes diving again. Back covering is Cyril Cuddy. Cyril Cuddy drives it, but it comes off his hurl as the referee blows the half-time whistle. After a tremendously exciting first half of hurling, a generous round of applause from the crowd. A comeback from Graigue Ballycallan, and the lead at half-time by 7 points to Castletown's 5. All in readiness for the start of the second half. Stalemate in the centre. Cyril Cuddy trying to kick it away for Castletown. Back covering is John Palmer. Beaten for it by Michael Hine. Adrian Ronan grabs the ball up. Turns and strikes it. A chance here over Graigue Ballycallan. John Hine slips the ball across the line. Shot the goal! The ball coming through to John Hine. He saw Dennis Byrne inside on mark. Give it to Dennis Byrne. And the Kilkenny senior hurler, let no mistake, crashing it away to the back of the net. Paul Cuddy hops off his hand, can't control it. Cyril Cuddy, the centre half back, does, and drills it up along the far side of the field to Bernard O'Sullivan, to John O'Sullivan. John O'Sullivan on the run, been chased by Tommy Comerford, turns back onto his right hand side, gets the shot in across his side. Podgy Cuddy tips a little farther. Richard Kingston the corner forward. The ball didn't come up for him. Castletown still trying to force under pressure. Podge Cuddy again in possession, trying to work his way forward. Gives it to Patrick Phelan, the captain. His way held up as well. Tries to play the ball, being held and being harried. Gets a one-handed shot in. But great defending by Graigue Ballycallan. Back out to Patrick Phelan again, across the face of the goal and across to the left and wide. Pulled on the ground by Michael Butler. Good covering by cornerback James Ryle. The helmet gone. Tries to hand pass it. John O'Sullivan takes it and goes off on the run, the centre half forward. Still going forward. Whips the ball inside Podge Cuddy. Got the hurl hold of that covering of Johnny Butler. And Butler with a marvellous clear. Way down along the far side. Small man, great hurler. Former Kilkenny hurler county player as well. Phelan O'Sullivan this time in the centre of the field. Drills the ball back inside. Johnny Butler goes up for it. Full back Paddy O'Dwyer takes it. Hand pass the ball across to Butler. Butler going forward. He hand passed it as well. Across the far side to Tommy McCluskey. Back to midfielder James Young. Tremendous hurling by Graigue Ballycallan. The ball broken down inside. Back covering is Cyril Cuddy. Cuddy wins the ball and left-handed clears it up along the far side. Patrick Phelan breaks it down. Phelan O'Sullivan runs onto it. He's beaten for the ball by Tommy Comerford. Comerford hand passes forward for Tommy Dermody. Tommy's everywhere. Dermody goes for the score and gets it over the line. Tommy Dermody, the substitute, chasing back out. His second point of the game. 2 excellent scores. A great catch in the middle of the field by Eddie O'Dwyer. Having a tremendous game. Eddie O'Dwyer goes forward. Runs into a heavy tackle Referee right on the spot. He certainly was going forward. Cyril Cuddy came like a train, the centre half back, and the referee, not happy with the challenge, put his name into the book, and it could be the second yellow card of the game. Free in will be taken by Dennis Byrne. Drills it low inside, a chance, hopped inside, and John Lyons just alert to it and taking it off the line, and Robert Delaney would clear it out to the centre of the field. A let off for the Castletown man. Eddie O'Dwyer again, hurling a stormer in the middle of the field. John Hanlon couldn't control it. Tommy Dermody does. Give the ball across to Ronan. Adrian Ronan! He punches the air. Forever the showman, Adrian Ronan. He has style, he has everything, and he has a great point. He's second of the game. Seven points between the sides. Cyril Cuddy on the ground. For Michael Butler, he couldn't control it. The ball is controlled by Eddie O'Dwyer. He drills it back inside. The danger ever present in there. Adrian Ronan trying to scoop it along the ground. Pulling it all. A goal from that substitute, Tommy Dermody. The number 17. The ball was drilled inside. Adrian Ronan was trying to kick it in. It fell back outside, and there was Tommy Dermody. He just lashed the ball first time to the back of the net. Cut away out to the side of the field by Alan Hyde. Running on to Tommy Dermody. What a difference he has made to Graigue Ballycallan. On the run is corner forward, Eddie Brennan. Eddie Brennan going forward, 30 metres out, and still going. Robert Delaney after him. Tries to get the ball away. Back there covering was David Cuddy. Cuddy hand passes to twin brother Paul, and Paul out towards Cyril. The ball was high, but it's taken by James Young, and Young goes for the score. All the way over the bar. James Young, the midfielder. Podge Cuddy drops it along the ground. Johnny Butler there covering for the Graigue Ballycallan lad. A late tackle on Johnny Butler, and the referee will go back and have a chat with Big Podge Cuddy. The free drill in all the way over the bar. Well, it looked like Adrian Ronan was being replaced, but Adrian Ronan in fact was going out to take the free and dropping that one over the bar. Cut away back out to the middle to James Young, and Young will go for the score again. Dropping it high, dropping in the square, the chance is there. John Lyons takes it, under pressure coming out, being held and being pulled, no free given. Back outside to David Cuddy, and eventually David Cuddy drives it out to the middle of the field. To John O'Sullivan, Sullivan tips it inside, in towards Patrick Phelan, to Matty Cuddy, and pass it out. Matty Cuddy going forward, great save! A great save from goalkeeper Johnny Ronan. Matty Cuddy back outside of Patrick Phelan. He's blocked down by Johnny Butler, the cornerback. And Johnny Butler wins himself a free. Robert Delaney, good cut from him. Tommy Comerford. Michael Hyde. Hyde drills it in over the bar. Broken down. Cyril Cuddy. He has played his heart out, as has Paul at full back. And still going forward is Cyril. His shot blocked down. Comes back outside the corner back. Sean Hanlon. Hanlon goes high. Hanlon over the bar. The cornerback showing the forwards how it should be done, but Castletown only their second score of the second half. Up go the hands, and Robert Delaney wins it for Castletown. Coming away in possession, soloing out in defence. Late in the game, into injury time, still going forward. Gives it to Sean Hanlon. Hanlon drills the ball forward, up towards John O'Sullivan. He jumps high but not at the ball. Johnny Butler's back covering. Tackled by Patrick Phelan. Still Johnny Butler. Low on the ground. To Alan Hyde. Cornerback James Ryle, only to the middle of the field. Owen Dooley, the midfielder. Back inside towards John O'Sullivan. Goalkeeper Johnny Ronan is out to it, and Ronan clears the ball high to the middle of the field. Cyril Cuddy grabs it. Ball cut away from him. Oh, Dooley the midfielder, taken off him by Tommy Comerford, kicked along the ground, and then pulled on first time. Robert Delaney breaks it down. David Cuddy is back there, fighting for it. Was a substitute Garrod clear. The ball across for Clear to chase after, but Robert Delaney gets there first and clears his lines high. It'll come outside of Tommy Dermody, looking for another score, but it's taken by Cyril Cuddy. Cyril Cuddy drills the ball forward. Matty Cuddy, John O'Sullivan, beaten by the fullback, pushed out of the way again.
Come on, Sullivan! Come on!
Great play by Tommy Comerford. Centre half back. Now to Cyril Cuddy, the other centre half back, left-handed forward. Johnny Ronan breaks it out. Patrick Phelan is in there, but Ronan doing well to cut it out. Tommy McCluskey, Johnny Butler again. Butler one-handed, taken off him by Patrick Phelan, but Butler wins the ball after all of that pressure and clears it out to the middle of the field. 32.5 minutes gone. David Cuddy, locked down.
Come on, David, make sure.
Wins the ball again. Drills it forward. Just time being fed out. Grabbed by James Ryle. Ryle hand passes it forward. Out to infielder. Referee blows. Graigue Ballycallan at their second attempt. They're through to their first ever Leinster title. And Eddie Dwyer, their midfielder, getting the Man of the Match award. He'll come forward to get the AB Man of the Match award. Thoroughly deserved honour for the midfielder.